G'day guys, Smith City here for Smith City Product Review as well. I've already started this video. I poured it. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes sometimes. I was supposed to do it in landscape and did it in portrait, which is totally fine, but it just means that I've already poured the drink, and that's okay. I'm starting a job soon, or should be starting a job soon in Canberra. I'm not too sure what that means in terms of me posting content, and that's totally fine. If that means that I just put things in private for an extended period of time, you know, whether you're working for that place for 2 years or 5 years or whatever, it might just mean that I have a plethora of content to turn to public at a later stage. But obviously with the job that I've got, there might be some privacy issues with what I do. So we've got Atkins Farm, Cab Sav, McLaren Vale 2020. I'd love to say great year 2020, but it wasn't. Started my business in 2020. Had to turn it to online because all the gyms were closed. And I might just pour a little bit more in just so you can see it come from the bottle. And before I start, I just want to say, if you ever have to stop something for a particular reason, whether it be it doesn't fit within a relationship or it doesn't serve you at a particular time, it doesn't mean that you have to dig your heels in the sand and go, no, I'm going to continue to do this if it doesn't serve you. And it doesn't mean that at a later stage you can't bring that back into your life. I feel like a lot of people, once they put a strike on something in their life, they find it very hard to get back to that. And especially if it's something they've enjoyed, it can be something that they don't go back to because either they didn't like the fact that they had to stop it, or they don't feel like they deserve to continue it, or whatever, or they feel like they've let people down, etc, etc. So anyway, that's a bit of a waffle on to start the video, in a nice little wine glass that my Auntie Kerry gave me and my ex-wife at our engagement party. So it was a wedding present. Either way, I'll have a bit of a sniff. Rosemary thyme, straight up. Cherry, grape. Not getting much berry. Not getting any vanilla on the notes. It's very savoury. So this is the Atkins Farm, and I'm trying not to read off the back label there, as you can see with my eyes. And Atkins Family. Nothing else on there. I'll try to just briefly, without looking at anything else, 4.5% alcohol by volume. It's 750 ml, and it's from Angas, not US. It's Angas, Plains, South Australia. It's probably pronounced exactly the same way, Angus, but Angus is usually spelled with a U. So here we go, into my pelican light mouth. Oh, that's weird, and a good weird. It's very salty. It's very savoury. Rosemary, thyme. Not getting a lot of cherry notes. Not getting a lot of grape notes. You know, when you sort of like have a red wine and you've got those sort of like bitter tannins, there's not a lot of that in there. It is very, very salty. It's very, very salty and savoury. So one, it would be good sort of to use in a red meat gravy if you're going to use it for cooking. And I do believe in this belief, and not a lot of people do. But if you're not prepared to drink it, then you shouldn't be putting it in cooking. And just because it's a good quality wine, you shouldn't be fearful of using it in cooking because it's going to add flavour. Straight on, like as soon as the liquid hits the tongue, it's salty. It is salty straight away. Not necessarily a roast. It would also be good. This would also be good to sort of make a red wine jus for a steak. Okay, so I don't want to do either things that I'm about to talk about any injustice, but it's got a bit of a balsamic glaze sort of element to it. But I also don't believe that balsamic glaze is all that salty. So I feel like saying that sort of might, either way, make the two topics I'm talking about a negative, but it's not. Oh, that is gorgeous. Wouldn't be a wine that I'd naturally gravitate towards after I've tasted it, or the type of style of red wine that I like, which is not a bad thing. If I was going to get a red wine for cooking, I would literally buy this straight up. There wouldn't be a hesitation. It'd also be good sort of to put in a slow cooker with sort of not necessarily stewing meat. There's mosquitoes flying around, they get me. I got bitten last night. I got a massive like moon crater on my hip, my right hip. But yeah, I'd definitely buy this if I was going to make some sort of a red wine sauce or a gravy for a particular meat dish. 100%. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Like if this was in any BWS or Bottle-O or local sort of place that sold wine, is that if I was cooking something of that nature, I'd go out and buy it for that particular reason. As well as then, after pouring it into whatever you're cooking, having a glass. And this is really getting hiccups and reflux going on, but that's just because I'm 37 and I'm getting old. I'm getting long in the tooth. Piss off, you. Oh, got him. Got the mosquito. Imagine I just went on and I ate him. What a rate out of 10. I think it's pushed in one direction too much. It'd be nice if it was sort of balanced with a little bit of sweetness, or a little bit of tartness. Drinkability, I'd probably give it a 9, and I'd probably give the rating a 9. So this is the Atkins Farm McLaren Vale 2020 Cab Sav, and I will read off the back. The Atkins Farm label proudly represents the original wool stamp used by Atkins family in the 1950s. Atkins Farm was originally purchased in 1929 by Hastings Atkins, the grandfather of Samuel John Hastings Atkins. That's a long name. Since 2002, Sam has been producing award-winning wines born from his intuitive wine-to-bottle philosophies, the good fortune of provenance, and the innate gift for working the land. With careful fruit selections in the vineyard, the rare attention to detail, Sam's wines will continue to win acclaim and stand the test of times. Okay, I just read a single word off there, and I don't get that. But anyway, this handcrafted McLaren Vale Cab Sav has lifted aromas of black currant. Nah, get none of that. Licorice, get none of that. Which combined with flavors of blackberry, yes, getting that. Dark plum, getting that, and a hint of spice, get no spice, to produce a rich, full flavored wine with excellent length. So now that after I've read that, it'll be interesting to see if I put it to my gullet now, my pelican white mouth, if I get any of those spicy notes or the licorice notes or any of the other stuff that it spoke about. Okay, so yeah, the licorice, probably salted licorice, but not like normal licorice. Like if you bought sort of like a lolly from a lolly shop, and it was like triple salted licorice. What else does it say? Black currant. They're probably subtly there on the front palate until that saltness just takes over. Same with the blackberry and dark plum. All of those are up the front, and then it sort of just rolls in with this nice sort of salty, savoury, rosemary, thyme sort of element. Like I said, 9 drinkability, 9 rating. And yeah, if you see this and you like cooking with red wine with whatever you make, whether you're making a ragu or a gravy or a sauce with red meat, that's probably the one you're going to go for, because yeah, that's fantastic in terms of how savoury it is. And I think it would go really, really well with sort of savoury dishes. So that's it from me, guys. And if you see this before I start the work, great. And I'll see you in a little bit. Or if you see this in a couple of years' time, that's why. So catch ya.